Snumsa here at Ngozi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead from Within. With me today, I have Claudia Pasta. How are you, Claudia?
I'm very well. I'm very fine. Thank you. Thank you, Namsa.
Awesome, awesome. So our topic today is how to up-level your life, powerful ways to improve your well-being. And Claudia, you chose this topic, and I would like to, maybe our audience would like to hear what was on your mind and the motivation behind it, please.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Obviously, as well, in this talk show, we always find some topics in regards to up-leveling, upgrading, and enhancing our experiences, life, and so on. So, and then this would be like a nice topic and addition in regards to what things we could do to up-level as well our lives, our well-being, inside, outside life, and so on. So just like coming together and just sharing as well what works for us, and so that we can inspire as well our audience.
Yeah, it's a very inspiring topic because our well-beings are very, very important. So for those who are watching, so we're going to derive into tips and guidance, actionable steps that will help you discover the techniques that can truly make a difference to your well-being and to your families. So over to you, Claudia. And also maintaining positive mindset and nurturing meaningful relationship. So we're going to cover all that. Over to you, Claudia.
Absolutely. I was just thinking as well, when I actually first time got a bit aware in regards to what can I do now so that I can step up a bit in my life, and thinking about it, for example, as well, I was choosing, for example, as well, some courses in regards to I was going online or YouTube as well, or you can Google as well some books in regards to what type of your area you would like to begin with and to upgrade or to step up as well. So back then for me, that was relationships, it can be as well health or your personal development as well. Just like some part in your life where you can start, where you actually think it needs a bit more work than other areas, because we might have as well some areas already a bit more fulfilled, but then lacking it at some other place in our life. So this is what I did back then. And just how did you start? Just like something to up-level yours. So I picked some courses, like where I wanted to. So you're silent.
Muted, Emma. Yeah, courses. I like it, Claudia, when you say have you finished your course at the moment?
Yeah, sure. But I did as well before that. I was always buying a course. You know what I mean?
Honest, I just bought another one yesterday, the SEO course.
Okay.
But then it turns out that is free. So I thought they were selling it, but then when I went to check out, it said it's free. So, and also I do Tony Robbins as well, but I did subscribe before the one for £1, where you access everything for £1 for 1 month free. So, and then I went to cancel it, and then it just gave me another 1 month. So I think I might have to subscribe next time. So for those who want to do the courses, you can go to Dean and Tony Robbins' website and access their course for everything. Access it for £1 for 1 month. I think, I'm not sure how many months it goes on. When you try to cancel it, they say, would you like another free month as well? So you can do that as well. So I don't know, maybe subscribe to their emails so they can actually, I'm not sure if you go directly to the website, whether you can access it, or they just need to send you that offer by email. So I'm not sure, but I think on the website you can access it.
I like it actually, and that's an inexpensive way as well to start learning as well, some mind shift hacks and so on, so that you can then come out and just like do the next step and the next step about it. And there's well quite some other platforms where you can start for free trial or just £1. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm always doing something. It's mostly sales and marketing and the SEO, because those are the things that are important for business as well. So when you do all those trainings, the reason I do them is when I hire somebody, I really need to understand what is going on so I can explain what I really want them to do. I've always done that with my business. I go and learn something, even with my social media. I went and did courses. Some of them are free, or some of them like it's a free event. So I go and learn them, and then when I learn them, and then I hire somebody. And when I hire somebody, I'm able to sit down with them and explain exactly step by step. So if it's somebody that really does not know what they're talking about, then I don't hire them. So that's what I do for those reasons. And that's why I actually, like on YouTube, I got somebody in for YouTube before, and I couldn't understand what they were doing, but now I am doing that SEO myself. It just takes me, like, when I finish the video, it takes me like 5 minutes. So I do it myself, but I need to learn more so I can hire somebody and just explain exactly what I need, because I find that mostly people that approach me is people from India. And these people, they are all about followers, like it get you more followers and more subscribers. But for me, I use YouTube for business. So I don't really want to be have loads of following for no reasons. I want to make money. So I did find somebody from the UK that explained to me how to make money on YouTube. So without having lots of following. So those are the things that I need. So I can go to the YouTube and just, if I'm paying somebody, because it's not cheap. So if I'm paying someone, I need to really know what is going on. So that's why I'm doing this course.
And the thing is as well, with those courses, in the past, I did them and I didn't apply the things I've learned. So I did the course and then I put it onto my shelf as in shelf development. I like to call it like this. And then it's just like all piling up there and you don't apply what you have learned. So in regards to step up and to upgrade and to change some things to the better in your life, I understand now, do the course where you feel like drawn to do and to learn about, and then please apply what you have learned, because otherwise nothing will change as well. Yeah. Oh, you're silent again.
So true. You really need to apply what you learn, because it is very, very important to actually apply everything that you learn, and it will help you as well. Because if you get courses and then you put them on the shelf, that becomes a habit. So for me, some of the courses, sometimes I end up not having time because I'm studying as well. So I have to go and attend my live events with uni as well. So, but I always try, if I really want to learn something, I just learn it. And then if I learn it, I implement it. Like now with my first website, I had to do some research, the website, how it should be. That's what I always do. So the guy that was building my first website, I was telling him this is how I needed the website today. But this guy, he built this one. And so I had to go back now. I'm doing some research because I know what I really want. I know about websites. I did some research. So I register on this website where they check the website, the performance of the website. So I asked him, I said, I'm not happy about the performance of the website backend. could you please go and fix this? So I've given him the list of the things that I needed to be fixed. So that's what I always do. I simply learn things to better my business. I don't know about you, Claudia. I don't just learn something. If you see me hire something when they're speaking, I know what I've done some research about website, or I've done some research about social media, and also I put it to practice and understand more and more. So when they come and when they tell me this is what they're going to do, I understand it very well, and then they get on with work. But if something that I don't understand and they are actually telling me something that is off, I'm like, no, thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes. And it is as well not just applying the things we are learning, it is as well checking and seeing what is no longer working for us, what we have done so far. Maybe it has been okay and working for us, but at some stage as well, this very thing might not be anymore good for you doing. So this is as well a thing to be a bit cautious about, and just like to double check as well what's something as well that is no longer working for you in your specific areas as well, where you would like to have like just like a different outcome. Yeah.
Very, very important to actually, mostly in business, it is very, very important. And also when I was listening to Sai the other day, he was talking about why his coaching business, it didn't work for the first time. So he said he was a person that will hire people and expect these people to just get on with work, and he will just not get involved in anything. So things will not work. So now I get involved, like if somebody is involved in marketing my book. So he was asking me, is doing a landing page. So he asked me to ask the title. I said to him, you also need to go to the website to monetize the title. And if you get 50% and above, that means that title is going to work. Because if people say they like the title and that title doesn't work, so that means we are just relying on people. So he just went, we are not buying things on the internet. We just need people's opinion. I said, yes, you need to do both. So what I did, after speaking to him, I just went and just researched the title. The other one title that he has 50%, and the other one is 65%. The third one has nothing, no percentage, nothing. So that's why I put that, Claudia, for you guys to choose them. So you chose the one of the good title. So which is good now that I know. So I do those things so that I know when I get involved with my business, I don't just leave somebody to just get on with it, because people, it's not their business, number one. So they're just going to do whatever they want. So for me, it's like, I know what is expected. If you can't sort it out, I'll sort it out. Like I went to the website designer, I just went in and did some work on the thing. Yeah, I just went in and did some of the work and fix some of the keywords and stuff. Because when you talk to somebody, they give you this thing where I know it all. So I had to check my competitors, and after checking my competitors, and just check the keywords, and then I just put everything and just making sure. And then after that, I scanned the website just to see the performance of it. So there's some things that needs to be fixed. So those are the things you do it because you love your business. You can't just depend on somebody. And also you don't have to do everything. Me, I don't do everything. I just check. Yeah. Once I check, I hand it over to somebody and give them the instructions. This is what I am expecting, and this is what it needs to be done. Yeah. So if that person argues they can't do the job, I move on to somebody else. Because I was listening to the free courses, Shanda Samta. That's where I got the website when we did Breakthrough Challenge Survival, where you optimize the title. Like if you want to put a title for marketing to see whether that title is good for marketing. If it comes up 20% or 10%, that means it's not gonna work. And then I saw that Dean and Tony Robbins' courses as well, where he was talking about the same thing, that the title is very, very important. So those are the things that we have to keep developing our mindset, and we have to know what we are doing with our lives, our relationship, our families, and our businesses as well. Over
Yes.
to you, Claudia.
Yes, absolutely. And and like something as well to upgrade, to get an upgrade for us as well. What you are doing is to get support in like some areas where you feel like you would like to invest, that you get support. And in your case, it's someone doing the website as well, or doing as well the YouTube you mentioned, right? Yeah. But as well, this can be as well as easy. At some point as well, I saw that it would be a good idea as well to work with someone, so I started to look out for a mentor, a coach, like someone who can actually work with me, because we might want to change something in our lives, but sometimes we even don't know how to do it. And doing the online courses and reading some good books, yes, I've been there too in the past. It has helped me, but then I'm still a bit like stuck in regards to holding myself accountable, so that's a good thing as well, like if you feel like, okay, yes, I would like actually to go the next step, just like be out there and just like see if there's someone you would like to learn from or to learn with as well. And because this is actually good, it's more personal, it's one-to-one rather than a big online course, and it can be more specific and tailored as well, and these people are there as well to hold space for you and to hold you accountable. And we do need this sometimes, because there will be always some things, some goals we would like to go for, and we feel a bit afraid or scared. And this will always be the case. It will always come up somewhere in our lives. And therefore, it's good to have someone supportive to guide you and to walk you through. It can be as well the spouse, absolutely, family, good friend as well. It's just like you decide how this looks for you, just like someone you trust, look up to, and they can as well like teach you a bit, because they learned this area where you would like to get as well the knowledge from. It's just like someone to teach you as well their expertise of this particular topic.
To LinkedIn on your phone, say the comment, because I can't say the comment. It's my phone is not allowing me to open the app on LinkedIn.
I see. Okay. Well, I can do this afterwards, right? I don't have the phone with me now.
Okay, that's fine. So, hi guys, those who are watching us on LinkedIn, the app is not working at the moment. So if you have your comment, please, we love you. Keep them coming and get involved. I can't reply to your comment. I've seen there's some people who commented, so I can't reply.
We do it afterwards.
We're not ignoring you. We're just here for you guys.
Okay. And we come back, absolutely. And we will be answering the questions. Yes.
Yeah. So we're not ignoring you. It's just the technical issues.
Yeah.
I like it when you say it's hard to hold yourself accountable. I'm supposed to have my accountability partner, which is Kamal, but he has disappeared. So I'm not sure where is he. When I send the messages, he's not replying. I hope he is okay. So you have to learn to hold yourself accountable. It's very, very important. And also writing goals as well is very, very important, and to give back. Time management is very, very important to actually give back, and the time management and setting boundaries at the same time. Learn to say no when it's necessary. Those are healthy boundaries. When you say no to people, it doesn't mean that you are being rude or anything. It means at that moment you can't help that person. So it's very, very important holding yourself accountable. It means you have to do the work, and when you do the work, and just be disciplined. Like on social media, I don't stay on social media a lot, so I'm very, very disciplined in that part. So when I go on social media, I go like people's post, and then when I like people's post, then I'm out, because they support me, and then I have to support them as well. So I do that, and once I'm out, I'm out. Maybe I'll go back later just to check, but otherwise you have to be disciplined. You have to set boundaries, and you have to hold yourself accountable. And also, like Claudia saying, it's hard to hold yourself accountable. You can get accountability partner. That makes it easier. My accountability partner before, he was Dr. Bigot. So yeah, so I used to make sure that she used to make sure that I get the jobs done. So I used to give her the list of the things that I'm going to do for the week. And then I give a feedback later what I've done, what I've not managed to do, and explain the reason why. If I have not completed the task, then I have to explain myself. It has to be something that makes sense. But normally, if you have somebody that holds you accountable, you just want to finish the task because you know they're not going to be happy with you.
That's true. And the body can be as well, like in regards to if your case or the goal is a bit like a fitness goal, you would like to start going a bit more to the gym or to start a new workout routine as well. Try and see if there is like a friend as well who would like to do this at the same time. So it's like the both of you then can support and motivate each other as well. It can look all different ways, like, yeah, to get the body.
Also very, very important as well to actually have your big why. And once you have a big why and embrace the positivity, cultivate resilience. There are some people that when they have their big why, they don't really embrace their journey towards their goal. And it becomes like frustration. Just embrace it, enjoy the journey. The journey is so amazing. Even if you find yourself climbing the mountains, is okay. It is 100% okay. Nothing goes smoothly in life, and we don't have control over life. As long as you understand that when you find yourself facing the mountain, you just have to learn to climb it, and you cannot go around it. You can only go through that mountain, or you can only climb it. So those are the things, because it could be the door. So that means you have to open the door, or that means you have to climb the ladder. That's why I'm saying you can only climb and you can only go through it. So those are the two things that if it's the door that you have to open, doors of opportunities, relationship doors, business doors, financial doors. So you don't have to give up and say and start giving yourself 20 reasons. I find myself when I want to do something, people will tell me 20 reasons why it cannot be done. Like if I want to fix something, like yesterday, I wanted to fix something and my phone wasn't responding. I'm texting gossip talk shows, coaches. I'm like, can somebody just go and just set up the poll for me? Because it takes like 1 minute and no one was responding. And then these guys come home late, and then I'm asking them, they're telling me 20 reasons why they can't do it. And then I look at them in the eye and I'm like, are you guys being serious? So they ended up doing it. I don't know why my phone wasn't responding. So you just have to get on with it. It's not an easy thing to do. And also, don't compare yourself with anybody. If things are slow, that is the journey. Try. If you want to speed it up, you can get support, but never ever try to compare your destiny with anybody else, because the destinies that are given to us, they are us as an individual, and we have to walk them. We have to find the opportunities. If things are tough, when we fall, we have to pick ourselves up. So it's very, very important not to compare your life with anybody. That's why we have different names. We have different family names. And that's why we are all different. So it's very, very important to actually understand that we are unique, we are individual. When we find ourselves stuck, and just focus on fixing the problem, not comparing our lives with anybody. Sometimes I get clients, they will start comparing themselves and say, but I'm not married. All my friends, they are married. So I'm like, do you really know what goes on to their marriage? Or is it, do they show you what you really want to see? I have my really, really best friend. She's been married for 30 years. I saw her the other day and she's telling me that she's separated with her husband. I couldn't understand it. They are both lovely people. And I just have questions to myself that, God, if somebody has been married for 30 years, what is there to actually, what's not working? Then I just realized that actually, maybe things have not been working. And now my friends, she actually has had the courage to say, you know what, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to make a decision and just be happy. So I said to her, just because she was finding now the reasons to blame herself, I just said, you just need to go and enjoy life, celebrate you, and whatever the future holds. We don't know what the future holds, but you cannot blame yourself, because we hold ourselves accountable for everything. And happiness, Claudia, is very, very important. You know, you are a relationship coach. And if yourself, you're in a relationship and not happy just because you don't want to be judged by NOMSA, that wouldn't work. Mm-hmm. So happiness should come first.
Yes, absolutely. And it is, well, something is our job. Yeah. Happiness is our job, is not the job of the person outside, the partner, or, like the child as well, the friend as well. No, it is our job. So it's just like, and so what would be just like one thing that you can bring in so that you can upgrade and up-level as well your life? For example, as well, what I invested into is like some green powder or collagen powder, so just like something, a small investment I invested into me so that I can up-level as well, just like, like food as well. So are you going to buy some things a bit more organic rather than, like just like, so what's like one thing in all the areas where you would like to experience a bit more of an upgrade? Just like start with something so that it's not like overwhelming as well. Obviously, it needs to be step by step, and so that you apply something new into this area and you notice the changes, you feel good about yourself, and then you will come up with the next idea and the next idea. And one thing as well I like to play sometimes is my abundance game. So for example as well, I live close to London, and there are these posh hotels and the restaurants and everything, and sometimes when the menu in the hotel is maybe out of your league, but I still invite you to go to this very posh and exclusive restaurant or hotel and treat yourself to a glass of coffee, a cup of coffee, some glass of Prosecco, something, so that you get to as well experience this fantastic, abundant location as well. And so by doing this, we are stepping as well into, just like sometimes at the beginning a bit weird energy, because on some level you might think or behave as if this is for the others, but not for you. But by just like slowly doing this and treating yourself to something at this exclusive new venue, you will get used to it as well. And this is as well a beautiful exercise again to experience as well the feeling of, how it feels like to be in those places. Or at some point as well, I had a client and I gave her actually as homework to go to one of the posh shops as in Chanel or Balenciaga or so on, and to go inside the shop, because as well we feel like already we are not worthy to step into this shop, just like, and it's just made up, just like I actually challenged her to go into one of the shops and to do this as part of her homework and to try on something there, to behave as if. And by doing this, it just like really, she came out of her comfort zone and stepped a bit more into this abundant feeling of herself. Yeah.
Always encourage my children is that he's somebody that when you ask him something like money, he will give it to you, but for him to actually go to the shop and spend the money on him is hard work. So he sometimes he'll come to me and say, I need to buy this, but it's so expensive. I'm like, what are you waiting for? And he's like, it's expensive. I'm like, well, if you don't spend your money, you die and you leave your money behind and people will start fighting for it. You might as well use your money while you're alive. And it's like, but it's expensive. I'm like, just purchase whatever you want to purchase and just get on with it. If you feel that, yes, the money is there, just purchase it. Because sometimes we don't get to spoil ourselves very often. So it's nice to, if you want something like what you're saying, Claudia, just go to the shop, just try something, and don't worry about the next year. Some people, they make goals, instead of living on today, they live for next year. They worry about what's going to happen next year. So what if no one has any guarantee for tomorrow? No one knows what is going to happen. So for me, I'm like, if you work really hard, all your salary, I think you're allowed to just take a little bit and go and spoil yourself, and just feel good to get something that makes you feel good about yourself. So it's very, very important to do that as well, because if we don't, life becomes all about children nowadays. Good schools, good education, making sure they do activities. My two children, the activities they both do is mortgage money. Each, I would have had 2 houses. I've got them 2 houses. I was looking at the activities yesterday and somebody sending a message in the group saying there's this thing that they need to do. I was like, I'm tired of activities. I think I've subscribed enough now. So sometimes you have to cut your spending. So I was like, I'm tired. I'm not going to subscribe to anything. And also you want to enjoy time with your children as well, not to become a taxi driver. So all those things, but as long as you look after yourself, you have boundaries, and also those who have children, don't make life all about the children. You are allowed to, don't feel guilty. You are allowed to have your time. You're allowed to plan for the future for them and plan for the future for you, but at the same time, have fun. life is about having fun. And if you feel that you're struggling, get professional help. There are some people that when they go through something, they're like, apparently, if you get professional help, that means you're a loser. But it's not. Because that's why there's people, they're there for us to seek help. So you can seek help and get someone professional to help you. And that's really good. I have my brother in Africa. My brother is really good in advice and setting goals and help you to set goals and do that. The people that stay with him, they are struggling. So I was like, why are you struggling? I was like, this guy helped me to become the person that I want to become just by helping me out. And also you have to be the one that is taking step to seek help. Me, I'm a nightmare anyway. If I need help, you cannot run away from me. If I text you and you say I need help and you say no, so I'll come back to you. Wait, maybe after 3 hours, I'm like, are you still there? Oh no, I'm busy. I'll come back to you. I leave you till tomorrow. Then I text again. Are you there? And they're like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm here. But sometimes people give up when somebody's busy. They are like, oh, this one. They make up stories. But we have to understand that people get really busy sometimes. So they can't help you in that moment. But you have to seek professional help and go try new things, like Claudia say, and also celebrate your achievement as well. It's very important. They don't have to be big achievement. Those little step, baby step. Remember when we were child, Claudia, everything we do, we just celebrate it and we're like excited. We don't do that when we are older.
I know. And it's good to be reminded again. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like, and to do as well a gratitude journal as well, like if you are not already doing this, and just like, I invite you as well to think of 1, 2, 3 things every day or every other day, depending on your time as well, what you are grateful for, and write them maybe down as well, so that you get a bit more into this habit, into this new habit, if it's not something you're doing already. And by doing this as well, it's just like a very positive, high vibration as well, when we step into this feeling of being grateful as well for situations, people, something as well within us as well. It can be anything. It can be as well just like a simple thing as grateful for the bed we woke up in and the great sleep as well we had, or the cup of coffee. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but like going as well into this habit, and yes, cheering, just like to celebrate as well yourself, important, and treat yourself, exactly, self-care, important as well, and in the earlier days when I didn't have so much money, and then the vouchers came out. How do we call it? Voucher and coupon as well, like a couple of years ago, when it first came out, So I bought a spa voucher. So I treated myself for the spa day with one of those vouchers. So this is as well, again, another inexpensive example as well on how we can as well like spoil ourselves, pamper ourselves, so it doesn't have to cost a lot. The main thing is as well for us to get into the habit and to get into the feeling and to be grateful as well for it. It's just like, yes, all these little things for us to step up.
Yeah, the little things that we take for granted in life. And like you were saying, Claudia, with the vouchers, just go and spoil yourself. Because there's some people that if you ask them for something, I always test my friends. Like if I say, look after my children, and they're like, oh, sure, yeah, that's fine. But then for them, you hear them saying, oh, I need to do this, but I don't have anyone to help me. So I'm like, are you being serious? So then and I'll be like, can you look after my children? I need to go somewhere. They'll be like, yeah, sure. So I'm like, but I just asked you to look after my children, but you just said you wanted to do this. Why are you saying yes? So then they'll be like, okay, I will help out. Some people struggle to ask for help. They think that when you ask for help, that is belittling yourself. Or I don't know what people think anyway, but it's very, very important. If you are somebody who gives, allow yourself to receive as well. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to celebrate. You don't just have to be a giver all the time. So you can just allow yourself for somebody to spoil you. I always say, like, within the agency, when I speak to the girls and they're like, I'm not going to let any man paying for my bills. I'm like, are you being serious? You are just going on a date for one day. So what is that going to make a difference for somebody to buy you a coffee? Because that's part of the agency. A man has to feel like a king. So what I say to the guys, if they're taking a woman for the first time, they have to pay for the first time. So, and then if there's a second date, and then the woman is happy to arrange that date and spoil them, they have to allow themselves to spoil each other. Because there's this thing, a woman says, I'm independent, and a man says, I'm a well-cultured man. I will not let a woman pay for my food when I'm on a date. So I'm like, the best option is you take a woman today, they take you out tomorrow, but it has to be arranged in a romantic way without the other person realizing. So I have to speak to the woman and say, you don't have to argue. Some women, they do argue with men when they go and date, they're like, I need to pay half. And sometimes some men will feel offended because they're not used to it. And also there's this thing nowadays where men, they're scared of rejection because they're used to going to ask a woman on a date. But now when a man goes to ask a woman for a date, okay, the woman will just look, has he got blue eyes? How tall is he? Is he 6'6" or 6'2"? No, he's not. So he's not for me. Oh, does he go to the gym? No, he's not. He doesn't go to the gym. So this one, I'm just gonna write him off. No, you're not for me. So all those things, I was talking to one of my music coach the other day, and she says, no, sir, her husband is a very, very good looking guy, very tall guy. So she was like, when I met my husband, he wasn't like this. He's just grown and became somebody that I adore. But when I met him, he was one of the guys that I wouldn't go for, but he's a beautifully inside guy. So I was like, if you didn't know, you would have just neglected the guy and said, no, you are not for me. So sometimes we have to allow ourselves to go for the things that we wouldn't go for and just test life, because we don't know what life is about. We don't know the things that we would love to do. Martin went to skydiving the other day. So when he was skydiving, I was chatting to the other woman that does skydiving, and she was telling me how wonderful it is. So now I want to go and try. I want to go and do skydiving. But it does not look good. It does not look. She said it's a good sport where you meet people, but it's very expensive. So she was like, she's done like 100 jumps, but she's not done them in UK. She goes to Spain because in UK the weather sometimes is no good. So those are the things that she was like, it's very expensive. But if you look at it, if you don't really look after yourself, you have work hard, have all this money in your bank account, and when you die, everybody wants to know how much you have. They start fighting for that money. You might as well use it to actually enjoy life and put away for the children. I was like, yeah, actually, you make sense. And that's the thing that I always tell Martin, that just enjoy life and stop worrying. Because sometimes we worry about things too much. I don't know about you, Claudia. We think we don't deserve to do things. And also stay connected to the nature is very, very important, to do some sort of exercises. It doesn't have to be really heavy exercises. Running and walking is as effective as running. So just go for a walk, experience, enjoy the nature, listen to the birds, listen to the nature, and just enjoy it. Or maybe even just go lie down somewhere with the grass and just enjoy the nature. What do you think, Claudia?
Absolutely. It's again like just like what I said before, just try to find one new thing to begin with, what you can change or bring in addition as well into your life. So where you feel like it enhances and brings you as well, like, a better well-being and improves the quality of your life as well. I wrote down actually as well, it's just like as well the people we surround ourselves, just that's important too. So just like who are the people you spend time with, it's just like another good tip, just like really see who are you surrounding yourself, what are they talking about as well, what's their story in regards to the day-to-day story, and if it still resonates as well with you. And sometimes as well, obviously, as I still have as well some friends, and I can see it doesn't resonate that much as it did in the past, but still they're my friends. And then I have to say as well, I would meet them for lunch or coffee, just something where it's a bit quicker, rather than inviting certain people into my house on a weekend evening, and then it's just for long, and you feel at some point, okay, I had kind of enough of this now, so it's just like some little things. So for you as well to see how you personally are going to, what you're actually going to do in regards to those people where you think, okay, it's just doesn't feel aligned anymore with me, but a bit too scared. It's just like to go full turkey, because we don't really want to do this as well and to upset them,
Hi, Auntie Sue. I hope you're okay. So I've not seen your brother this week because I've got a cold. So I need to stay away from him. It's my father-in-law. Is Nick. Yeah. So when he's being naughty, they say your granddaughter is coming. I was like, which granddaughter? And he was like, you. I was like, I'm not his granddaughter. I'm his daughter-in-law. So when they say she's coming, so he behaves. He goes, oh, okay then. So he's one of 12.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a big family. Yeah, you just have to enjoy life. And also, if you have friends that you feel that you don't have anything in common with them anymore, because there are some friends who don't want to grow, and you find that when you hang out with them, the conversation doesn't really no longer connected anymore. So you can actually, because sometimes I do something and then my friends will be like, I have a problem. And then I'm like, but we did a video about that. Have you watched the video? And they're like, I'm not really had the time to watch your talk show. And I'm like, seriously, how can you have problems if you have us creating videos every single day? So, because you can just go and watch and just come and watch and motivate yourself. I think that is very, very important. I have like coaches and speakers that I follow, and I cannot have problems really and get stuck and not solve them if I if I have problems, I message people. And when you message people, you don't have to, there's a thing where people do, they actually downgrade themselves and say, if I message this person, they're not gonna really have time to reply. But people do reply. For me, I message people, they'll just reply to me, either no solution, or sometimes they're directing me to the different direction. So you just have to be somebody who is driven. And being driven at the same time, you have to keep your journaling, build a strong relationship with people around you, and do physical activities. I don't know, Claudia, do you do any physical activities?
Yeah, I do working out. I've got like a boot camp just opposite where I live, and like 2 or 3 times a week I go. It's a quick workout, which I like. You know, it's quick because in the end as well as the time and so on. It's 45 minutes and you're in and out. And then I've got the dog. I walk the dog every day. So I'm a big fan of nature because I get the bestest idea being out in the nature, you know, and doing the walks as well. And this is actually as well a good time for me to listen as well to podcasts and YouTube videos as well. So I can combine the two things, listening to something and being still out there and going for work, because sometimes obviously every one of us is busy and we have like activities as well till late evening. It's just like to find the time as well to bring this new changes into our lives as well. And that's possible, absolutely. Yeah.
My daughter, she's a big fan of our YouTube. She goes, apparently she's the one who, the youngest one, apparently she's the one who gave us the ideas of being YouTubers. She goes, Mom is a YouTuber, but we gave her that idea. And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, I don't think so. So she does that. Sometimes they do get a coupon from YouTube as well for coffee, free coupon to go and get some coffee. And they get, what else do they get? Get stickers. She just takes them and put them everywhere. And there's quite a few things that they get from YouTube for free, and then it should be like saying, oh, we gave them the idea, my mom and their friends, we gave them the idea. I'm like, no, you didn't. Just go and enjoy your coffee, your free hot chocolate, but you did not give me the idea of being a YouTuber. So she loves that. So, and also if you want to do YouTube channel, you can actually just get on with it. It's not easy to broadcast on YouTube, Claudia, is it?
Well, I suppose to begin with, it's a bit, you know, like fiddly and to find out the buttons and where to press and everything. But again, after a few times.
After some time, I think, yeah.
Beginning, it's a bit like, okay, yeah, what to do now and what to press, yeah?
Yeah, if I look at now where we were and getting the subscribers, it's been a long journey where some people have given up and stuff. They're like, oh, this is not working and stuff. But it shows that when you want to do something, you have to set goals and just do them regardless of what, even if things get tough, because they will get tough. So you just have to keep going.
Yeah.
And just see where lives take you, and don't give up on things. There's some people when things go wrong, when they're like, I'm never gonna get into a relationship again, or I'm never gonna do this, I'm never gonna do that. You imagine if life didn't have problems, where we will be. Will we learn anything? No. So I think that the problems come to help us grow, and they come to take our lives to the next level. And they come to teach us something that we don't know about life. So there's so many things that, like Carol Ann now, she's in a hospital. She was saying the other day, I feel like God is testing me. And I said to her, you will be okay. She just, as long as she hold on to that faith, you just have to hold on to something, which is faith. Without faith, people perish. So we just have to have something and know that life, it will work on our advantage if we keep believing it and just keep going when it comes to love. I don't know what you do. What motivates you, Claudia? For me, one thing that motivates me, that keeps me going, is knowing that God is on my side.
Mm.
And I don't rely on people. This is really, really true, because people always let you down. And when people let you down, you get upset with them, but it's not really them. They have busy lives as well. But I know if I depend on God, I'm never going to be disappointed in my life. It's like when I go to church, I just go to church to worship God. Before, I used to go to church and start looking for friends, and now I just do what I do and know that God is on my side. Even if I find myself in the dark times, and I know that the light is there, it's up to me to keep asking for it.
Yeah, and in regards to what motivates me actually as well, it's a bit like you too, like you have the faith. And for me as well, I understood it as well. And I believe that I'm being guided, that I'm being guided and that I'm being exactly at the right place I am supposed to be right now. And just like, and as well, something what motivates me as well, that I understood if something happens a bit not so positive experience to me, that I know I have the choice how I see this situation. Do I see it, oh, thank you for showing me, what can I learn from this? Or do I spiral down and, for me, I'm the victim and everything, so it's just like, this is as well a good motivation for me, just like to, just like the mindset, I've got the option as well, how I can view and see a situation.
Yeah, I love that. How we respond is the critical component of how God is able to promote us when it comes to life. So our response is very, very, very important. I've walked through times where I'm like, wow, God, why do I have to be in this situation? And then I look at myself, I'm like, gratitude. I'm grateful that I'm alive, and I move on. I went to a wedding, guys. I was telling you that my his friend tried to kill me or something. So those are the things that in life you have to be grateful and know life is for you. If you cannot live it, who's going to do it for you? Any words of encouragement, Claudia?
Yeah, absolutely. I invite the audience to think of one thing in the next 24 hours, what they can apply in regards to up-level and upgrade as well their life. It can be in any area they choose, but like one thing the next 24 hours. Yeah.
Awesome. For me, is learn to manage your stress. It's very, very important in life to manage your stress, and how we respond to life is very, very important. And also comparing your life with people. We have to stop that comparing our lives. And whatever life gives you, have your journaling book and journal everything in life. Sometimes I journal things, and when I go back and read a month later, I'm like, who wrote this? So sometimes I question my thoughts. So it means when you write something, it means you can be aware of your thoughts. And also, Christian people, just love your God. If you're not a Christian, you can meditate. For me, I love God. I fast, I pray. I have time for God. Before, it used to be like, oh yeah, I go to church, but now I understand what is required for me, for him to come and help me. And just, if you're not Christian, meditate. And when you meditate, have the desire of why you're meditating. We're not meditating to have fun. We meditate because we want to connect to that high power. God is the universe. He is the earth. He created the earth. He created the universe. So when you meditate, communicate your desire. What do you want him to do for you? And learn to, the universe doesn't read who was there, who wasn't there for you, or what you're going through. The universe wants the outcome. If it's health-wise, just have clarity. Tell the universe, what do you desire for the God to do for you? If it's the healing, just tell him, I need the healing. If it's this, or if it's finances or anything, you just tell him, help me with my finances. Me, I just say my life is messed up right now, so I need your help. Before I used to put things, but now I don't. I ask himself. And I know if I ask himself to actually visit me, he will check what I need. When he leave, everything will be added to me. So you just need to know how to communicate with the universe and how to communicate with the earth, because God is the earth. So if we say, I don't believe in him, it might as well just talk to the earth. He will respond to that. He is the earth. He created the earth. So if you are a Christian, don't suffer in silence, knowing that you can get help. Sometimes he might not come when we need him. The help might not come. If we say we need help now, he might come tomorrow. So that means don't give up on life. Just keep going and keep crying, keep having the desire of that breakthrough. God bless everyone. So you can, if you're looking to find your own voice, lead from within, you can go to our website, Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency. If you are looking for love, you can go to the page and register. But if you're looking to find your own voice, you can register to inquire about the coaches, and relationship is all different. So just inquire and we'll get back to you. But if you just want to pick our brains, you want to hire coaches to spend time with you on the day, picking our brains, that option is there as well. So God bless everyone and live with grace. So do you have anything, Claudia? Where can they connect to you? You're muted.
Oh,
Where can the audience find you?
This is on LinkedIn as well, with my name as well, via you as well in the Facebook group, right? So just like connect. If you have any questions as well, just post the questions under the video and we will come back to you.
God bless everyone. Bye, Auntie. We love you. Bye, guys.